Hi folks, in today's video we are going to be continuing on with chemical formula. We are going to be looking at prefixes and transition metals and how to write chemical formula using those types. So here we have something called a prefix. Prefixes just tell you how many elements there are. Some of them have meaningful names. So the prefix goes at the front of the compound to tell you how many of that atom there are. For example, 1 being mono, 2 di, 3 tri, and 4 tetra. So when they have these prefixes in front of it, we don't use swap and drop. You simply just write what they are. You all probably know one. For example, carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide, carbon and 2 oxygen, so you know it is CO2. Here we have some examples. So carbon tetrachloride, so suggests 1 carbon and 4 chlorine. Carbon dioxide, as I mentioned, CO2. Phosphorus monoxide, phosphorus is P, monoxide, so 1 oxygen. Nitrogen dichloride, so 2 chlorine. And boron, which is B, trisulfide, so S3. Dinitrogen, so N2. Tetraoxide, which would be O4. This one we can actually simplify further, so that one you could just do NO2 as well. So if I asked you to write the chemical formula for copper oxide and iron oxide, you'd probably think, what on earth am I talking about? You don't know how to do it. You can't find a valency for copper or iron. Which you are right, because transition metals have something what's called no fixed valency, so they can decide what they want due to loads of different things that you'll learn further up in chemistry. Basically, for transition metals, we have a Roman numeral in front after the metal in brackets to tell us what the valency is. So again, here's your Roman numerals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So for example, copper chloride would be this, for example, and that would tell me that that little number 1 in Roman numerals tells me that copper, so Cu, has a valency of 1. And you would use that in your swap and drop. So again, let's look at some examples. Copper to chloride. So for copper, symbol Cu and Cl. Valency, copper in the brackets is 2. Chlorine, you'd go to the databook, page 6, and you'd find that chlorine has a valency of 1. Swap them. So the 1 to the chlorine, to the copper, and 2 to the chlorine. Drop them down would be CuCl2. Let's rub that out. Let's try iron oxide, for example, iron 3 oxide. So your symbol for iron is Fe, for oxygen is O. The valency of iron is in brackets, so it's 3. And then again for oxygen, you'd go to your data book, page 6. Valency of 2. Swap them over. 2 and then a 3, and then drop them down. You'd have Fe2O3. Let's go for one more. Actually, no, let's go for number 5. Let's try titanium. So titanium is Ti, and chloride is Cl. The valency of titanium is in brackets, it's 4. Chlorine is 1. Swap them over, and then drop them down, TiCl4. Feel free to have a go at the other ones yourself, just for some extra practice. And that's how you write chemical formula for prefixes, where you don't need to use swap and drop, and transition metals, where the valency is in Roman numerals in brackets.